Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to be here at the North American Bitcoin Conference. And I'd like to thank Mo Levin for organizing this incredible event year after year after year, and never ever succumbing to renaming his event blockchain this or blockchain that, whatever. It's a North American Bitcoin Conference, and that's very brave of him. I also want to show my appreciation to Mayor Suarez, Mayor of Miami, for doing the ribbon cutting about a year and a half ago at the Miami Blockchain Center for us, and helping launch this incredible endeavor to bring cryptocurrency and blockchain businesses to this wonderful city. My name is Nick Spanos. I'm here to commend the true believers, the ones who've been with us all along, the ones who never gave up, the ones who kept the faith, even when they were called crazy, even when it was called a bubble, even when they said it was used for drug dealing and all that stuff. We believed in Bitcoin. We believed in that little Bitcoin could actually do what's already happened. We spoke about it at libertarian events and stuff. It was just like a whisper. We couldn't even, outside of those events, we couldn't talk about it, but we believed that it could usher in a new monetary renaissance, a new society, a new culture of decentralized trust, decentralized reputation, where people have the power, and not the central banks, not the governments, not the institutions, where the people have the power. I've always supported liberty-minded candidates and candidates who believed in competing currencies, such as Dr. Ron Paul. And throughout time, we worked hard, and then at the last moment, the mainstream media would say many things, whatever it needed to say, to make sure that our candidacy was not viable. So the same talking heads that were talking against our candidates are talking against Bitcoin. So I said to myself, oh my God, I gotta do something. I can't let these guys destroy my new candidate. I gotta do something. So what I did was I ran downtown to Wall Street. So I'm gonna go to Wall Street, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna open my own exchange. I'm gonna go down and open my own exchange so I can show the world how incredible Bitcoin is and what Bitcoin is, because they're never gonna find out. It's too young. These guys are trying to kill it now. I have to tell more and more people, and I think in the financial district would be the place. So I found a place 100 feet from the New York Stock Exchange, on the ground floor, level with the New York Stock Exchange, 6,000 square feet, and I built my own exchange. So we had people, we had my whole crew, bring people from the stock market when it was closed. We'd bring them into the exchange, and we'd show them to the Bitcoin Center, and we'd show them how to use it, download it on their phones, and trade it peer-to-peer, until all of a sudden we had hundreds of people there trading with each other. And then we had agencies that wanted to close us down, of course, because they didn't know what we were doing. And I explained to them, well, we're not facilitating anything. We don't have any computers here. They're like, where are the trades being? I go on the blockchain, and there we were, like David in front of the modern day Goliath fighting. We can't think that we've actually made it yet, because the empire is going to strike back. We have to be ready, because it doesn't matter if they strike back. Bitcoin's bounces back. We have to bounce back. We have to prep people for things that might be said, that we've heard a million times. The resiliency of Bitcoin has to be taught. People don't understand. They think it's a stock. It's not a stock. You can't go and buy food with shares of Ford. You can't, it's not a stock. There's a new asset class. This is the birth of a digital, cryptographic, information, calculation, computation revolution. Monetary revolution. This is a monetary revolution. This is serious. For you and the ones that come after you, we have a generational obligation to pass forward this bright light and not let it get extinguished by greedy people from our time here. This is the window. We have a window of opportunity to move the world forward, to move the individual where the individual should be, not buried in the commons, in the commonalities that they want to put us in, the boxes, the labels, you know? This is the time. It's up to you. You know, I've done a little, I'm gonna do a lot more. I'm gonna keep working until I drop dead. I don't care. Decentralized finance is changing every day. It's growing exponentially. And people are realizing that they can actually get returns on their money. That's just like owning a piece of an exchange without having to build it or all the things that go into having an exchange. If there's more currency being created, as in the Federal Reserve note, I'm not going to call it the US dollar because it doesn't even say US dollar. People store their work in there and they get robbed. They call them the central banks. Well, you know, people I've worked for in politics have called them the counterfeiters. So if they keep printing it and you're working for it and then there's more and more and more, then why work for it? It's like how you trying to collect sand at a beach and collect sand, all of a sudden you look around and you're at the beach, you know, because they've printed so much. So I think something scarce like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are moving us into an incredible, inevitable future if we can protect it. We created this project called ZAP. It came out of a question, and the question was, how do we tokenize everything? I was like, I don't know, how do we tokenize everything? What do you mean everything? Everything, every single thing. Every time we build a token, we have to, or coin, we have to pay a big exchange, $5 million to list it. And then we have to pay market makers to keep it steady. And that's how we make a token for everybody. Every single person has to pay $5 million to get listed on a major exchange. And that won't work. What we did is we give everyone a DEX. If you make your own token on Zap, you get your own decentralized exchange with a widget that you put on your own website. You get a predetermined pricing mechanism, you know, bonding curve. That bonding curve allows you to buy and sell, for people to buy and sell. And what happens is you don't need a market maker. So if you're going to tokenize the world, you would have a place like Zap to go to and get your own token, get your own exchange, and get your own market maker. Many people don't have the ethos, the Bitcoin ethos, who've become involved in Bitcoin. So they don't know yet. They might not survive like a little tiny correction. It's our job to explain to them that there will be corrections, and you know, Bitcoin after it goes down, whatever, it goes back up. It all depends on how you look at things, and I really think that this is our turn. We have the opportunity now to actually be free, to walk free, to feel free, to use our brains to be unoppressed and unoppressible. Walk boldly in the direction of this wonderful planet and the direction of utilizing what this wonderful planet has to offer. And I think we're getting there, but we have to protect it over and over. I'm telling you, we have to protect it. We have to protect it because if we don't protect it, you know, we're not going to have it. It'll be used against us. So thank you very much for showing up, folks. Thank you very much for listening. I hope we can move this ball forward. I hope we can make the tent bigger. I want to thank Mo for having this conference, doing it in spite of COVID. And I want to thank all the people in politics that are working diligently for us to promote the knowledge of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and what they hold for our future. Thanks again.